This is Kat Matson and Susie Daphnis coming to you from South by Southwest in Austin, Texas. Susie, you've just come out of some pretty interesting sessions all around content. Tell us more.
Content is one of the themes one of the threads that I found in this year's conference, and every year there's something. But it's really pertinent because in our organisation we're looking at content and teaching our community about it. So the first session that I went to was called Think Content First, Navigation Second. And many of us will know when we approach a new website, we kind of do the framework and it's a picture with boxes and what goes where, as opposed to thinking, what is the content going to be? And the examples, John Setzen from Media Temple, he said that content is anything that adds value to the reader's life. It makes them laugh, it makes them take action, but it creates an emotional response in them. And he gave a really great example of the site for Square, which is the little contraption that you put on top of a mobile device to take credit cards. So have a look at their homepage, because it answers the question that the person who goes to the site is looking for. And then he gave examples of how most of our sites, someone goes there and it's actually not addressing any pain points right up in front with the hero shot. So it was very high-level conversation, just about being relevant and meaningful in your content. And it wasn't about having lots of content and hundreds of pages, but it was just answering the client's questions.
I love that shift on design, that it's not about the navigation or whether you've got a horizontal menu or a vertical menu. It reminds me, actually, recently wrote a blog post, Business 101, delivered as a website briefing session where a client had actually come to me and asked me to help them design a website strategy, and we ended up coaching around the entire business because it was very much that, I just want to get the structure of my website sorted out, and I had the conversation around content. So fascinating conversation. I also like that focus on content. The purpose of the website isn't to promote your business, it's to add value to your readers.
Right, and another person who's big on that, and especially strategy around content, is Christina Halverson. She's got a book called Content Strategy. She's funny, she's sharp, and I loved her session yesterday afternoon in which she talked about strategy, and that she said it's a very overused term. You know, we have a blog strategy, we have a Facebook strategy. She said, but the thing is that without a strategy that the whole team understands, you have goals and tactics, but absolutely no direction. And her other point was that when we jump on the next shiny object, be that a new platform, a new channel, we're actually ripping off our customer who is there for something else. They don't care about the platform, they care about getting what it is they come to us for.
Yeah.
And for me it was a bit of it was an aha in a number of areas, but because sometimes we think we need more content. And how quickly can we get it? But with her, it was like, well, what is it that you're trying to do, and are you giving people what they want?
I love that notion of not jumping onto the next shiny thing, because when you do, you're actually ripping off your audience. You know, they're used to you delivering in a certain way. They've already hooked onto you, latched onto you for whatever reason they have. And when we go, oh, look, there's something else over there, it just creates more work for us without necessarily adding any value. I think that's an awesome insight.
And it doesn't necessarily tie back to a business strategy. And so when I hear people say, oh, I haven't got on Twitter yet, it's like, well, do you need to be on Twitter? Yeah. Do you need to be on Facebook? Do you need to be doing anything other than whatever is core to getting your business goals, and one of those goals being satisfying customer expectation?
Which is the heart of the content strategy, as distinct to having strategies for each individual platform. Awesome.
Right, so that's Christina Halverson. The book is Content Strategy. She's one of many, many authors here at South by Southwest. And, you know, I can just sit and listen to authors all day, and I'm very, very happy.
Awesome. Well, we've got heaps more to see at South by over the next couple of days. So we'll be back soon from Austin, Texas.